Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. We can know only that we know nothing. And that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. Love. The reason I dislike that word is that it means too much for me, far more than you can understand. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. The strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. All great literature is one of two stories: a man goes on a journey or a stranger comes to town. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. The whole world is divided for me into two parts, one is she, and there is all happiness, hope, light, the other is where she is not, and there is dejection and darkness.
Seize the moments of happiness, love and be loved. That is the only reality in the world, all else is folly. It is the one thing we are interested in here. I often think that men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. I simply want to live, to cause no evil to anyone but myself. He was afraid of defiling the love which filled his soul. I wanted movement and not a calm course of existence. I wanted excitement and danger and the chance to sacrifice myself for my love. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. Every lie is a poison, there are no harmless lies. Only the truth is safe. Only the truth gives me consolation, it is the one unbreakable diamond. I'm like a starving man who has been given food. Maybe he's cold, and his clothes are torn, and he's ashamed, but he is not unhappy. What a strange illusion it is to suppose that beauty is goodness. Human science fragments everything in order to understand it, kills everything in order to examine it. A man on a 1,000-mile walk has to forget his goal and say to himself every morning, "Today I'm going to cover 25 miles and then rest up and sleep." There are no conditions to which a person cannot grow accustomed, especially if he sees that everyone around him lives in the same way. It's all God's will. You can die in your sleep, and God can spare you in battle. Which is worse? The wolf who cries before eating the lamb, or the wolf who does not? Instead of going to Paris to attend lectures, go to the public library, and you won't come out for 20 years, if you really wish to learn. The only absolute knowledge attainable by man is that life is meaningless. And you know, there's less charm in life when you think about death, but it's more peaceful. Here I am alive, and it's not my fault, so I have to try and get by as best I can without hurting anybody until death takes over. Historians are like deaf people who go on answering questions that no one has asked them. In the best, the friendliest and simplest relations, flattery or praise is necessary, just as grease is necessary to keep wheels turning. In the midst of winter, I find within me the invisible summer. There is something in the human spirit that will survive and prevail. There is a tiny and brilliant light burning in the heart of man that will not go out no matter how dark the world becomes. All we can know is that we know nothing. And that's the height of human wisdom. All that day she had had the feeling that she was playing in the theater with actors better than herself, and that her poor playing spoiled the whole thing. Happy families are all alike, every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. There will be today, there will be tomorrow, there will be always, and there was yesterday, and there was the day before. And those who only know the non-platonic love have no need to talk of tragedy. In such love there can be no sort of tragedy. Just as a painter needs light in order to put the finishing touches to his picture, so I need an inner light, which I feel I never have enough of in the autumn. In infinite time, in infinite matter, in infinite space, is formed a bubble organism, and that bubble lasts a while and bursts, and that bubble is me. Am I mad, to see what others do not see, or are they mad who are responsible for all that I am seeing? If goodness has causes, it is not goodness. If it has effects, a reward, it is not goodness either. So goodness is outside the chain of cause and effect. One can live magnificently in this world if one knows how to work and how to love.